Hey folks, welcome back. I'm just going to do the 5-second intro and then we'll get right into it because this is going to be a shorter stream. I'm making historic Brawl decks for every single legendary creature in Streets of New Capenna and also potentially the Planeswalkers. Today's deck is Evelyn the Covetous. She's a 5-drop. She's a vampire rogue with a 2/5 stat line. Her gimmick, she also has flash actually, I should probably mention that. Her gimmick is effectively that whenever she comes into play or another vampire comes into play, you exile the top 2 cards of each player's deck. And once per turn, you can cast a card that's been exiled with her as long as she's still on the battlefield, right? So the deck I've made with her is effectively Yoink the Musical with a splash of some vampire tribal. So we have a lot of stuff that lets, there's a fair amount of counter spells, but into things like Rogue Class, Siphon Insight. Let me see if I can find one more example of these. Thief of Sanity, Mnemonic Betrayal, and then bombs in the forms of things like Hostage Taker and Xanathar, Guild Kingpin. A lot of the other creatures in the deck are just basic vampires, and that's pretty much the deck. You could probably build this deck at least 2 other ways. You could probably build it hard vampire tribal, or you could probably really commit to the whole just stealing everybody else's cards and playing them thing, and turn the deck into much more control-y. The other thing you could do that I was thinking about this morning as I was getting ready to play this was that you could take the deck and also just use it with changelings to trigger off a lot of those other abilities. But the short version is that this is the deck we have. It's the one we'll be running. If you want to see the deck list that I'm using today, it's going to be linked in the video thing underneath. So let's just get into these games because this is my lunch break, and as a result, it's probably not going to be as long as it might be otherwise. Is this keepable? We have a 1-drop. I'm going to keep Knight of the Ebon Legion's pretty good, especially into Jetmir. Jetmir's neat. I've been seeing a lot more of those decks. I've played this deck a fair amount at this point, so when I make misplays, I can't blame it on the fact that I don't know anything this time. It'll just be because I'm incompetent. Though we got a lot more bombs and a lot less land that I would have liked to see in this opening hand. I might turn that into a dumb limerick later. I like that. That feels like tweetable content. Leonin War Leader. That's bad for me. Let's go with 1 more black. No text and turn. So we have the +3/+3 in Death Touch for Knight of the Ebon Legion. Even if he's like Swords to Plowshares it or something, we'll probably try to proc that off beforehand. He's gonna have a lot of land. Is he gonna use the Leonin War Leader? Probably not. Those two. Oh, I'll let him. I have Death Touch. I kind of have to stop him. If I don't, then I'm kind of hosed. Gonti is a good 4-drop. We're gonna hold for Overcharged Amalgam though, so we can try to block the Jetmir coming into play. The downside is that it'll probably involve giving up. It'll involve letting him get a Knight of Legion proc, and it'll involve giving up. We won't actually be able to keep the Overcharged Amalgam on the board. I might play Gonti next turn though. I probably should have played Gonti last turn. Let's see. He's gonna have 5, 6. So everything's gonna have trample. He's gonna have 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm kind of hosed. Let's go with Gonti. Gonti at least will trade with something. I think we've probably already lost this game, unfortunately, just because of how Jetmir works. Because he's got... I kind of like Jewel Thief here. Just because of how Jetmir works, I'm pretty sure that he can get his... Oh, that's what I was afraid of. Yeah, that's lethal. He'll play Jetmir, and then he'll just smack me down. Just, hey, that's what the deck does. I just feel like it wouldn't have made much of a difference. No point in blocking. Even if I had held everything, just because of how much stuff he was getting. There are board wipes in this deck. We do have Blood on the Snow. We don't have the snow lands to support it necessarily, but it is there. And we do have, you saw we had Crux of Fate. Maybe I should have held and just tried the Crux of Fate. That might have been better. All right, let's give it another round. We're going to be going through these fairly fast, so it's honestly probably for the best that So if you wanted to make this deck like more mid-rangey, early, ready to stand up against something like that, you'd probably build it to the vampire route because there's a fair number of like 1, 2, 3-drop vampires. Okay, this is a good opening hand. We've got a board wipe, we've got a 3-drop, we've got a counter spell, we've got the turn 1 Thoughtseize. And the more controlling version of this deck is probably counter spells and then a lot more of the 2 or more lands. Let's go with this. Thoughtseize. Only even cards, huh? What's the biggest threat? Only cast spells from your graveyard, exile, return cards with flashback. I'm going to get rid of you, because now you don't have a play until turn 4. And I'm fine with that. Rogue class. Next turn will be Haunted Ridge. Given that we... Do I care about him? I don't want to let him get Thassa and Atris. But I don't... So what is Atris? 2/3. This is Menace Lifelink. This might be a mistake. So I can't remove Thassa if he gets that into play. And I can't remove if he gets it into play. But I can blow. Okay, I think this is the right call. Because I can start stealing cards off his deck with Rogue class, because it already has Menace. And I have 2 pieces of removal, so I can block. Hopefully he doesn't. If he goes, he doesn't know what I have, but his best play this hand turn is probably Thassa, because then he can get the bounces, but I can also do Atris. The top, I separate them into 2 piles. The top pile will be face down. I actually don't want to give him land. How close is he to being able to play Hedron? He will be able to play it. Not this turn, though. I can counter it. Let's do this. I think the rule with Atris is you always take the 2, so I probably should have split those differently. But that is not here nor there anymore. Next to combat. End turn. So what I want to do is I want to convolute Thassa Deep Dwelling if he tries to play that. Maybe I should add Atris to this deck. He's just a good card. Terramorphic Expanse. What's he going to go fetch? Seriously, though, I have no idea. We have blood on the... We have a lot of board wipes, actually, right now, so... Maybe I should be more concerned about things like Thassa and Hedron Archive. Convolute. Thassa, I don't want resolving. So... I don't have any more counter spells, so we may as well just play as foretold. That card probably shouldn't be in this deck, honestly. I should probably take that out. I hate that we keep just getting his lands, but what are you gonna do? Hedron Archive, yep, I can't stop that. Solemn Simulacrum, yep, can't stop that. I think I keep attacking next turn, and then if he blocks, I Hero's Downfall and then kill off his board state. Oh, but he's using Muldrotha, so that doesn't actually do as much as I would like it to. He can play Muldrotha, he can start playing stuff again from the graveyard. Permanent spell of each type. I actually don't want him to be able to do anything with Muldrotha, is mostly what I want. But we don't have the land. Okay, so the one thing that I will say that I keep forgetting about this deck is I keep forgetting that Evelyn has Flash. And that's honestly, okay, that's not good. He'll have 4 more mana to buy with. I'm just going to play Evelyn now. Outland Liberator. Okay, that's actually kind of good. In 1 or 2 turns. Okay, so you know what I can do is I think I can cast... I don't really want to wipe the board hard because he can just grab everything back really quickly and I can't. I think I can actually cast you with As Foretold. And then I want Vorniclex dead before he gets his priority on his turn. Like, it sucks that I have to give up all that mana, but I can't let him keep that on the board. Maybe this deck needs Graveyard Hate. It seems like Muldroth has become much more popular recently. So we'll use Outland Liberator to probably blow up Hedron Archive in just a second. Yep, okay. You can. Oh, he already added it to his hand. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cripes, he's going to get Massacre Worm. If he does that, we'll sacrifice and blow up Hedron Archive before the... No, he's going to do Hostage Taker. Well, we're getting rid of Hedron Archive. Don't love that he just went and stole my Hostage Taker. Maybe I should put... Oh, Gyrudo should probably be in this deck, because he steals stuff. Beginning of your graveyard, exile card from your graveyard. Okay, that's going to be very bad for me. Pass to attackers. My turn. We now have 3 to buy with, but that's not enough to actually do anything. I should put this one into play first. Let's go grab that. Take action. This is just a much more stable deck than mine is. Yep, that's not good. He's got 4 to buy with. He can go grab back. If I was him, I'd go grab back Thassa. No, he's going to get rid of Rogue class, probably. I really need Graveyard Hate in this deck. Do I just board wipe here? I think I'd have to. Does he have any dragons? I can spend 1 more mana. Oh dear. That's not good. Actually... Okay, so Evelyn's going to die starting next turn anyway. Let's do this. He doesn't have anything that lets him spend mana as if it was any color yet. So let's... Elder Dinosaur, Demon Kraken, God, Elemental, Human Pirate, Golem, Human Advisor. Is there any reason to not just go to attacks phase first next? No, there isn't. I can get 2 more life. The downside is that the fact that Thassa is now on the board is just, I can't do anything with it. Destroy all non-dragon creatures. On the bright side, he no longer has access to that incredibly obnoxious combo that I... So have I... Oh, wait. Oh, no, I already went... I did this wrong. Yeah, I did this wrong. Okay, Robber of the Rich. Cast with As Foretold. Vampire of the Dire Moon. Xanathar Guild Kingpin. Wonder if I should just Blood on the Snow that. Every player discards a card. He can build board state much faster than I can. I'll give up my Xanathar and we'll just blow up his board in a moment, is what we'll do. Oh, okay. No, we won't. Okay, let's hope that cast with as foretold. Let's hope that we hit something good. It's all lands. Surveil 1. Top of the library. Yeah, this is not looking good for us. He can just keep making us discard cards I can't get rid of. Graveyard Hate. Maybe I just need to add Graveyard Hate. What would that look like? Even if I went, what would I go grab? Bajuka Bog. The stupid little thing that you do stuff with. He can basically put anything he wants into play nonstop forever, which is obnoxious. Well, we'll do that. I'm surprised he didn't opt to choose to play my so as foretold, let me get up to a 6-drop. I'm gonna oh, that's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna cast her normally because I can use as foretold twice. This doesn't have flash. This gives everything Death Touch though. How much graveyard hate does he have? How much straight hard removal does he have? Not a huge amount. I think this makes him pause more than Oracle of Moldea is more ramp. I need more ramp. This deck could probably use some tweaking. How much longer do we have? I don't see a way that I win this game, so I may just play a couple more minutes of this, and if he's not going to like move to finish at the game, then I'm just going to concede. Especially if he plays in ways where he can't, like, he could totally set me up to just take control. So if I was him, what I would do is Vornaclex onto the field into using all the extra stuff to just cast stuff out of my deck, lock me into just having lands to buy with. Yep, hopefully that's lethal. Vigilance, Trample, Vigilance, Trample. How do we want to split this? Is it lethal? 22, 7 is 29, so yeah, probably. Yeah, I could have probably blocked something else, but I'm actually kind of, I've lost that game at this point. I could also add Agonizing Remorse. You know what? we're gonna play this one out because it's the deck I made, and then maybe I will do a Evelyn Part 2 Electric Boogaloo control version of this deck. That's black blue, as opposed to sort of the spicy multi stuff here that I have. We will have a have the 2, we have the 3. That's not very good for me. Enters tapped. I guess 2 will be... That's unfortunate. If he plays... Oh, this is going to be really ugly. This is going to be really, really ugly for me. And that is technically a creature. We don't have 2 sources of black yet, which means I won't be able to do that. We do have red, but I don't have any creatures in the graveyard or spells in the graveyard. Enters tapped. And that's just going to be Vornaclex out on turn 4. Maybe I should take out... This deck definitely needs some tweaks. I don't know. It's had a couple good games. These matches right now, though, it's just being matched into... it's being matched into things that I can't beat. Or at least, well, this commander could beat if I'd built the deck better, but right now, not happening. How much time do we have? We have another 20 minutes or so before it's back to work. Yeah, it's going to be very painful. Do I have an out? Well, it did involve not drawing mountains. Cemetery, Gatekeeper, Mnemonic Betrayal, neither, well, you can stall me like 2 turns. Leyline of Abundance was unfortunate. I think I block Nylea just because that's the most damage I can actually block. Let's see. So if I draw another... Vornaclex is 2. The real question is what's he going to do with this? Is he just going to... Yep. 8. And so I will take 8. No, it's game, because even Crux of Fate is 2 black. Too little, too late. So this is at 9. It would need to go back down to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can't win that. Well, on the bright side, at least we're going to be getting a bunch of games in. We're just 0 wins. You know what? I think I'm not mulliganing aggressively enough. I think I need to be actually looking for... I need to actually be trying to read what their stuff is going to do and then mulliganing to fetch either counter spells or removal or just early game aggressive plays. Let's try that. I think that's at least part of the problem is as I'm misplaying that part of the game. Oh. Ziatora! Actually, probably the card I'll be doing a deck for next, funnily enough. That's a terrible opening hand. That's a lot better. Let's keep. Command Tower. So who do I want to memory lapse? If this is Ziatora, it's usually like aggressive treasure tokens into other stuff. So, excuse me. One bottom. So maybe he's not hitting the lands he wants. I'm actually going to counter that. Just because it'll slow him down at least a little bit. With Forebearer deals. Do I want Sanguine Spire or Falcon Earth Forebearer? Let's go with you. That'll force him to use some sort of burn spell if he has it. And we can start using the blood tokens to toss things like this that just... Yep, okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. What's he going to go fetch? Land. Okay, so I don't think he had past... Is it worth Convoluting Bone Crusher Giant? I wonder what Wandering Archaic counts as for the purposes of... What an annoying card. Hey, what if we put Shock on a 4/3? Search library for it. No, you may not. Okay, so I think this is a combo deck then, of some sort. I don't know what the combo is, but you don't go searching for stuff with a hand of 5 cards when you have a 4/3 to drop, unless there's something very specific that you want. That is not good. I have very few tools to deal with it. Agadeem's Awakening, and you find the villain's lair. I will pay 3 life. And then, well, I have enough. Yeah, I will. So then I'll Sanguine Spy, steal some more stuff. What did I grab? Bojizu Who Endures, and Iterative Iteration. Next to combat, no attacks, end turn. We have our counterspell. Yawgmoth is a big problem, but we still do have 1 counterspell, so he's not as big a problem as he could be. You sacrifice a creature, you sacrifice no draw, each opponent sacrifices a card. So what will he do? He will sack it. He will... Okay, yep. Just card, you draw a card and you gain 2 life. No. Not letting you have that. Because he'll sack it with Yawgmoth to get 2 cards, make me discard a card and get 2 life. So, and I have no interest in just letting him do that. We don't have other tools for removal or other land. Let's go with Carmella, actually. You control an island or a mountain. He can't block all of them. Is there any reason to not swing with all of them? I don't really care about blocking him. Let's see. I should probably update this video with timestamps. Okay, Jadar. Yep, okay, yep. There it is. There's the Wombo combo. Sort of thing. I can't stop you from doing that. That's correct. You know, if he gets to the point that he's going to actually be able to remove anything off the board, like real bad, I'll just sack it with Sanguines first. Creature or Planeswalker to its owner's hand. Okay. Okay, I see a thing that I can do here that I like. Okay, so I would need 1 more land. But Jizu enters untapped. That would give me 1 land to Nicol, Bolas, Thoughtseize. He can sack everything to just draw more cards, though. I really want to get rid of Yawgmoth. He's going to be a big pain. Okay. Let's do it this way. Now, you can do what you want, but you can only really kill Sanguine Spy and draw 3 cards, which I'm fine with. And then we'll Thoughtseize, and we'll toss Yawgmoth into the graveyard. Yep. Okay. Now I'm going to need you to piss off. Cry of Carnarium, Nightclubber, Rekindling Phoenix. Go away. Don't come back. I could do Explore the Vast Lands. I don't think I actually want to do that. This turn, exile instead. Cry the Carnarium. Is he gonna cry the No, he doesn't have the black, right? I don't have anything to get back. This could also probably be cut. That is not good for Bitcoin. You use your sword to damage creature's power. Yep. Okay. So he's going to be able to blow up somebody. Is it going to be? I suspect it's going to be. Okay, I was expecting him that he would sack the Bone Crusher. Is there any point to trying to save you? Probably not. He has. You have Blitz and Haste. If I could just get rid of. Ashiok. And that player exiles a card from their hand. He's going to have a lot of mana to work with all of a sudden. I don't love that. Okay, I think this is how we do this. I think we kill Ziatora and force him to, if he wants that back, he's going to have to actually get it back. Then we'll play Tramway Station, so we don't miss a land drop. And then we'll end the turn. Now the hope is that he doesn't commit everything into Bone Crusher Giant. Don't have Trample. So I will lose Evelyn the Covetous. I'm fine with that. So I've done that. Now you'll do Cry in the Carnarium. And Nightclubber maybe? Maybe just Nightclubber. Yep. Okay. That's fine though, because we've already passed the combat step. So I will get that back into my hand. Okay. Perfect. No less than perfect. I need to figure out how to keep. Okay. Wait. Let's think about this. Do I have a 4-drop? Even if I get rid of 2 cards in his hand, I can block the Phoenix there. All right, so let's pay 2 life. Okay, so he can't cast 5 drops. I could actually keep him from casting his 6-drop. Okay, think. I want to try to keep Nicol Bolas alive. Given that that's the goal, let's do this. So he can no longer cast 5 drops. What I'd really like is to get rid of his ability to cast 4 drops, but let's do target an opponent. Please give me a creature. All I want is just a body. What are we going to get? X target creature cards with total mana value. So Orcus is, I guess I cast him for 3 if it lets me. Oh, he's a 4-drop. Okay, and he's got flying or trample. X is 0. I don't have any 0 drops. I could now just Blood on the Snow. Return target non-land permanent to hand, and that player exiles a permanent from its owner's hand. Let's create a Nightmare instead. And we're going to force him to... We're just going to set up as much as we can. So we'll block him from casting spells for 5, 4, and 3. Reach power equal to any target. I would have liked to block 6, but we can't actually do that. Next. No attacks. End turn. And Nicol Bolas will survive 1 more turn, I think. Like even if he If he cries, you can't cry in the Carnarium until after combat phase. And if we can just keep getting Ashiok buffed up. What I'm the main issue is that I need a way to get rid of Rekindling Phoenix. Like each part sacrifice a what did he do? Sacrifices a planeswalker. I guess I have to give up Ashiok here. But that's one big drop. We have enough blockers to sweat out the rest of this. Okay, he's just gonna throw everything at Bone Crusher doesn't have trample. Okay, this is fine. We'll do that, we'll do that, and we'll do that. Okay, cool. So turn up to one instant or sorcery to your hand. I don't have. Let's do Thoughtseize. I still have Living Breakthrough. So order of operations is going to be important for next turn because we want to cast as much stuff as we can before we do Blood on the Snow. All right. All right. So you can get rid of somebody, but it's going to. Yep. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So I would have liked to have kept Carmella alive, but let's do Thoughtseize. Hexproof. But Hexproof is not protection. Can't be the target. Okay. And I'm pretty sure. Yep, can't be the target, but you can still be targeted with general statements. And is there any reason to not attack first? I need to keep the Living Breakthrough. Is there any reason to not attack with the Nightmare? Not that I can think of. Let's get rid of some more of your cards. Okay. Now here's an interesting question. Is his next Verge cast of Ziatora going to count as casting a 6? So it costs more to cast each time it's cast from the command zone, but its mana value so is 6. Yep. So I'm pretty sure that, yeah, pretty sure you actually can't cast Ziatora. Okay. Put a counter on to Midnight Clock. So I guess we'll do. Come on, something good. That's very not good. All right, Evelyn. Bloody hell. All right, I should probably add Snowlands to this deck. I'm shocked. All right, so Bolas is probably not going to survive much longer if I have any guesstimations on how this game is going because I don't have many other tools. I guess I have to keep removing Ziatora. I don't really have another choice. Alright, so I guess while we're doing that, may as well put this into play. May as well put that island into play. Next to combat. Let's see if we can get a W. 1 W is all I ask. Actually, I'm asking for a lot more than that. Once again, I am asking for you to throw. Midnight Clock is going to be the deciding factor here. If he can remove Nicol Bolas, I still have Midnight Clock. If he gets rid of Nicol Bolas and Midnight Clock, I'm completely hosed into Great Henge. I have nothing that I can do about that. I'm assuming he's going to pay, yep. It's got cool art. Alright, I desperately need more cards. Not that one, though. Until end of turn. Well, there's no reason to not just put this into play. Like I just won't do anything with it. Guess I may as well put that into play. You're tapped out, so we're just going to punch you in the face because my guys aren't even flyers. Put an hour counter on Midnight Clock, and now we have a hand again. Hooray! Except we don't have Midnight Clock. Less yay. That's not actually very good. It's mostly all lands. Oh, but we have some vampires, though. Okay, that's good. I'm not sure why you do that, buddy, but okay. Oh, is he gonna just try to remove both? That's probably the smart right. Alright. So the best pick here is probably Westgate Reagent. Just because, yeah, he can't pay the ward cost to hit it more than once, so I think that's good. No attacks. There's no point in going to. There's no point in letting him get Pulcheros's trigger off for free. I may as well force him to commit and do stuff like that. Yeah. And now he'll play Pulcheros again, but he can't actually get everything. Okay, I think we can win this one. I think he's so out of juice relative to our position that Bolas will be enough to just keep burning his deck and eventually get the -12. That's what, 3 more turns? Yeah. That's a problem, though. Here's how we'll do this. Let's keep playing Swamps. Gifted Aetherborn. Cheveril, Bane of Monsters. I guess we'll go with Reach. Is there any point to doing the Thought Erasure? Probably, no, there isn't. So I expect he'll do the thing now, right? Yep. This is going to be interesting. The good news is Gifted Aetherborn and Cheveril should be... Oh no, it won't, because it prevents the damage. Interesting. And not good for me. Nope. I could get rid of Polkaros. Is there any benefit to doing that? Not really. Can I cast this a second time? I can. Castle Lochlane. Alright. Where's my hand? So I guess Castle Lochlane is the best for that. I can't hold this, so there's no reason to not just play it, right? Let's go grab... Is there anything here that, like, sort of... Oh! Yes, there is. Knight of the Ebon Legion. Yeah, buddy. Alright. You I have permanent access to. You I can play one per turn. Why can't I play you from the top of my deck? Why do I have access to cards from the top of my deck? Okay, this is fine, I think. I'm not going to cast Brawl. I think this is enough. even if he casts Polkaros, he can't actually get through Knight of the Ebon Legion. I should have Assassins to Trophy Great Henge. Should have done that earlier. Do I have any way to stop him from doing that? Nope. I'm not giving up 5 life for 1 card, so yep, you can just do that. Sucks for me, but... Never non-token creature. Okay, so now... We're getting rid of... I should have done this earlier, but we'll do it now. Better late than never. Oh, it's Vivian who's letting me do that. Okay. Reach, Trample, Vigilance. We'll go with Trample. And... 6? Do I just do 6 to both? So I cast this for... 5, 6. Deals twice as much. So I deals twice X damage. X will be 6. No, 6, 7, 8, right? So I deal 2 to that. Yeah. I deal 6 to Pulcheros. I think I did the math wrong. Why can't I submit this game? Yeah, I did the math kind of wrong, but whatever. Alright, and I can hit him for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's lethal. And that's actually where we're going to end the stream for today. Neat. Cool. I will take that. So basically, if for some reason you watch this long, please consider subscribing. I'm going to try to get to I'm going to be honest, I'm going to try to get to 5 subscribers by the time I finish this entire series. My expectations are low, so that if I don't meet them, I won't be that sad. Ooh. Interesting. Doesn't look like he's smiling, though. All right. Well, thank you for watching. I'm going to stop the stream now. Something, lick subscribe, and I will see you guys later.